Hello, Colin. So, can you give us a little background on what your role is in this conference at the Sustainable Urban Management?
Well, officially, I'm a water economist and a specialist in governance, and I think the reason I'm usually invited to these sorts of things is because I'm seen as a sort of mad monk, someone who thinks completely off the wall ideas, but is funny with it. It's sort of, okay, so you can always say, hey, that was just Colin. Okay, he's always like that. And then maybe with a bit of luck you go away and say, hey, there was an idea in there. Okay, and a few years later, that idea sort of drifts into more common currency.
Okay, so seems like you like to push the envelope with ideas. Can you give us a concept that you're trying to push that applies to urban water management?
Well, I think there's several. One of which is actually managing water in cities is the easy bit. It's providing water for food that's the really difficult bit. And when people talk about freeing up water from agriculture to urban areas, you just say, don't be silly, that's not the problem. Most cities in the world actually export more water than they import because they just collect all the rainwater. And that huge wash of water, polluted water, then impacts downstream. In principle, we could actually just capture the rainwater, use it, recycle it. And we could cope with most cities that way. We wouldn't need to import water at all from outside. The other bit is, of course, that we always manage water in order to make the best use of land. Land is actually much more difficult and much more important. And then the way we use land it affects our water environment. So perhaps the most important form of integration is trying to put together land and water management, and that's been one of our problems in the past. They've been seen as separate.
Okay, so integration of land and water management is your proposal.
Proposal, and as opposed to what we've talked about in the past with integrated catchment management, I think that's much less important than managing land and water together, because catchments range from sizes from the Yellow River in the Amazon down to something which is 100 square kilometers. Mm-hmm. You say, well, this is such an arbitrary dimension in terms of human use. Why would managing the 100 square kilometers make sense as an approach when applied to the Yellow River catchment?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Right, okay.